Hello all, this is Vimlesh Gopal here and I am a growth entrepreneur and founder of 4Gen Hub. In this video, I'm going to talk about the 6 types of distraction that every entrepreneur should be aware of. We all listen to a lot of positive talks, motivational videos. We get pumped up. We are on high energy levels. We set out to accomplish or, you set out to complete certain tasks or certain amount of tasks in a day. But 1 hour into our work, our focus gets diluted and we get distracted, we are into something and one notification on the phone or one thought which suddenly pops up by triggering an event distracts us. Now we are all aware of the generic types of distractions. Let's say you are into something and one phone call comes and you are out of the track. You're working at home, nagging from your kid, kids can distract you. So one normal conversation you have with your partner triggers an heat and we jump into heated thoughts. We may continue on the road of that conversation, or it is just that the thought which irritates us or you creates heat in us. So it is essential that you have a deeper understanding about the type of distractions we face as an entrepreneur. Okay. Now I've categorized these into 6 types and you can categorize any of the type of distractions you face into one of these categories. It falls into one of these buckets. So let's jump in. Okay. The first type of distraction is something that we are afraid of or something that gives us pain. Now let me share an example here. Okay. Let's say you set a task which needs to be completed today and you have set at your time to complete that. Now when you are into that task, you discover that it needs you to push yourself out of the comfort zone. Okay. It might be a new code which you have to write or a new type of problem which you have to solve. It might be reaching out to someone who asks for help, but you are not comfortable talking to them because you feel that they are the other way. It can be anything. So no, it is that feeling which gives us it is that thing which what will happen if I do this and things go wrong. It's a fear, right? And this very thought distracts us and gets us into a sequential thinking and we get lost. It gives pain, it hurts. So instead of taking this up as a challenge, we succumb to fear. You succumb to fear. So this is called fear. Okay. So it can be fear. See, when you want to call something as a fear, it may not be big. It can be a small thing also which is stopping us from taking that leap of faith. Right. Like I said, it can be a new tool which we have to learn to complete the project or a given task. So the fear distracts us. Okay. So distraction number 2, something that gives us pleasure. Okay. So, an hour into work, you feel like you have burned out and stressed and you want to take that short coffee break or, you feel like, let me go and have a smoke. So the story that we tell ourselves is, I'm stressed out, let me chill out for some time. Or, it can be even you want to check out your phone and get into WhatsApp or Facebook conversations. Okay. The thing is, you do it to feel good. It is something that gives you pleasure. Okay. You are not doing it to relieve your stress. Okay. You are doing it to feel good. The goal is to derive pleasure rather than focus on getting the outcome. If you take a break to go for a short walk, so that you clear out the cobwebs out of your head and get some inspiration to cool down the heat, that's a different story altogether. But when you take a break to indulge in an activity that gives you pleasure so that you can feel good, that is a distraction. Okay. So you're not, relieving your stress. That's a distraction. Now, distraction number 3 is demand created by other people. Now, we might think that, it is, people are taking away my time. No, you are being demanded of your time more than which is available with you. But that is not always true. The truth is, it is not others who keep demanding your time. The truth is, you are accessible to other people's demand all the time. You make yourself available to other people's demand all the time. The thing that causes this state is, if you don't know what you want in life, if you don't realize that the task which you are involved in is a must for you to achieve your goal, if you don't have an action plan charted out in front of you, subconsciously, you will allow yourself to be available for other people's demands. So let us set a ground rules, set a ground rules for yourself and promise yourself to set priorities and focus on your work. And stop being available to other people's demands all the time. Especially if you're an entrepreneur and your job involves doing a lot of thinking and strategizing, it is the most damaging thing you can do to your business if you keep yourself available to other people's demand. And the distraction number 4 is focusing on what you don't want in life or doesn't mean anything to you in life. Now the typical example is, let's say I hate something, I'm not comfortable with a particular person's behavior, and I start focusing on that, that activity or that person, it is actually, I don't want to focus on that person or event or activity, but I'm thinking about it. Just imagine, I don't want to think about that particular activity or event or person, but I think about it. So that's ridiculous, right? So that's why it is important that, it is important that you focus on yourself and your growth, and focusing on yourself and your growth is the most selfless act, that you can perform. Because now what happens is, if you are focusing on your growth so much, you're focusing on your business so much, that you don't have time to think about the things that you don't want in life. You give so much of importance to your growth that you start attracting health, wealth and happiness, which you are going to radiate, simulate and spread it to others. So if you are someone who thinks that focusing on your growth is selfishness, it is being selfish. No, it is not. It is the most selfless act that you can do. So don't worry about others, don't worry about the world, it can take care of itself. Now if you want to really help people, if you want to really serve others, focus on yourself and become capable of helping others when they are in need. Distraction number 5, focusing on things that you cannot control or you don't have, control. Let us take the example of the COVID pandemic. It was something which is beyond our control. But, I know people who were glued to the news channel for hours and days together, who were keep giving updates on social media channels and all the negative news which were populated on media. Now, I'm not saying that you should ignore these news, but, being glued to it, being indulging in it is not going to change anything. You have to take precautions. You have to protect yourself, but keep discussing, about the earthquakes, natural disasters, wars, economic downturns, recessions, political debates, the policies taken by government for hours together, which really don't have any control, is a distraction. Okay. Focusing on negative behaviors, events and incidents is a distraction. Distraction number 6 is focusing on past mistakes and what you screwed up, on what messed up in the past, what you messed up in the past. Now this is a very serious one, okay. We all are human beings and we all do mistakes. There is no one individual on planet Earth who is perfect, right? So who hasn't done something wrong, who hasn't messed up or screwed up something. But keep thinking about that is only going to deepen your feeling of guilt, right? Past is past, whether it happened 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or it happened last minute. What was done is done, okay? It is past, you just think about the past. Past is like a corpse, okay? It's a dead body, okay? It is dead. And all that you can do is to cremate it or bury it with respect and take a firm resolve to not repeat that again by working on yourself. So these are the 6 types of distractions that as an entrepreneur you should be aware of. Now I've given the link to this mind map in the description of this video. So download it, keep it for your reference, and keep looking at it till you are able to identify your distractions instantly. And that is what I do. So I'm just sharing what I do. Okay. If you like this video, please post your comments, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are watching it on YouTube, Follow my page if you are watching it on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. So once again, this is Vimlesh Gopal here. I'm a growth entrepreneur and founder of 4th Gen Hub, and I'm on a mission to help 100,000 people to become 4th Gen digital entrepreneurs. See you. Have a great day. God bless. Bye bye.